All right. So, what is your favorite game from last week? Do you have a favorite game?
Yeah, well, our game, since our game ended in the afternoon, one of the entertaining games I probably watched was I like Florida and Tennessee, which probably showed, I guess, our Florida win's starting to look good right now.
Mhm. Yeah, I gotta go with that one too. That one was a good game. I did not like that the fact that I, there's just been so many fights in football. I mean, I know it's football, but like the one with Colorado, Travis Hunter, give that cheap shot on Travis Hunter, sending him to the hospital, and then the other fight with the Tennessee player and the Florida player. It's just like, man, I get it, it's football, but come on, I don't know, it's just yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if you saw before the game started, Travis Hunter was going to the Colorado State players chirping at him, and then it led to a really big brawl. And
yeah,
some guy said this guy keep does this for this year, he better stop doing that. And then some guy said, what if Travis Hunter does that to the Utah players? And some random dude said, I'm pretty sure they'll just laugh and not fight. I'm just it's crazy how he's running his mouth, but they're not even in pads yet. They're already starting to fight. So
yeah, yeah.
What about you, Brady?
Um, I mean, I didn't like the outcome of the Colorado State Colorado
Me
game, but
too.
it was a good game, minus some questionable calls, in favor of our boys at the end there. I'm not surprised one bit by that. Still a good game, rivalry game. It was kind of weird. I almost missed playing Colorado State from back in the day. But I liked I also watched Tennessee and Florida, which was great. The Florida State and Boston College game was a little closer than I thought it would be. That was a good game too. There's a lot of great games on Saturday.
yeah, and I also saw Georgia. They had some trouble with South Carolina, so they dodged a
Yeah,
bullet there.
Yeah, Stanton kind of called that one, I think, because I really didn't think that was going to be as close as it was. So nice call on that one.
yeah. I don't know, I guess I've been getting lucky lately with some of the games, but I don't know. Dallin Holker, I guess, plays for Colorado State. I had no idea. The kid from BYU, he transferred from BYU to Colorado State to play for Colorado State. So he was a tight end. But I wish he would have came to Utah because he's another tight end. But you know,
Yeah, I
but
thought that was weird. I was actually cheering for him during the game. It kind of felt weird, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
For sure. For me, it's Florida. Florida game was really great. I'm glad Florida beat Tennessee. It just shows for me, it really shows how great our defense was. Like our defense is really good because they just ran all over Tennessee. So it's exciting for sure. Obviously Colorado State, Colorado. But yeah, I was going for Colorado State. That's for sure. I'm so sick of seeing Deion Sanders everywhere. Like he's
Yeah,
literally
yep,
everywhere. Like
yeah.
everywhere.
I was going for Colorado State because we have all these random celebrities show up to the game.
Yeah,
Okay, this is
Dwayne
bandwagon.
Johnson.
And then you got Lil Wayne introducing the team.
Oh my
What is going
gosh.
on here? And then at first I was going for Colorado State because Colorado lost and all the celebrities showed up to see them lose. I would laugh so hard.
right.
Yeah, it's like all these random celebrities. Like these are so bandwagon fans. And then for Colorado's game against USC, I'm saying there's gonna be more celebrities, but you're gonna see USC celebrities because Snoop Dogg's gonna be there and he's a USC fan. So he's probably gonna rock USC gear on the Colorado sideline for that game. So
Yeah.
Uh, but so
it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
yeah. So I'm my main thing, my what I'm taking away from it as well is that it's Colorado State. And Colorado State was winning. They were just 21-14 at halftime. And
Hmm.
Colorado had to come back and win in overtime. And they're at home. Can you imagine if this was Utah State, and Utah State being at Rice-Eccles? So I don't
Yeah.
know. For me, it just kind of was how good is Colorado? It's a really good questions. Yeah, they have 3 wins, but it's I think we'll really see come Oregon. And it's teams don't win at Oregon. Oregon wins at home. That's just kind of what Oregon does. Oregon always wins at home for the most part. So
Yeah, like when
Washington.
Utah played Oregon, like we've only won there one time, and that was that 62-20 beatdown in 2015. That's the only time we've ever won at Oregon was that beatdown in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, we'll see how Colorado does. I'm basically going for I'm going for any team that plays Colorado. Even like we with Oregon for sure. I'm a Ducks fan. And next week I'm probably gonna be a Trojans fan. Terrible to say. I can't stand the Trojans, but they look good. USC looks so good this year. It's scary. Like we'll still see how the defense goes, but just like still, they're just like, I mean, granted they didn't play last week, but yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, no, yeah, good football. We definitely have really good football games up ahead. But what are you guys' big takeaways from the Utah Weaver game? What did you guys like? What did you not like?
Like what I liked was defense as usual, hold them to 7 points. I like that. And one of the things I didn't like is like our offense, the first drive, we moved the ball down the field, scored a touchdown. I thought, okay, we're gonna roll over. It's gonna be like a 30, 40 something point win. And then it just felt like when they got to the red zone, they were just like they got too conservative. Like one thing I didn't like was a 3rd and 9. You're gonna run up the middle on a 3rd and 9. I was sitting in the stands like, what? But yeah, but either way, still a good dominating game, but still just the play calling in the red zone was like, okay, that's a little questionable.
Yeah, I don't know if Vele's hurt but he didn't play against Weber State.
Yeah.
You know, and we should have, won by more than we did, against Weber State, because even though Weber State's a pretty good FCS school, I mean, last year we beat the crap out of them, like 73-7 or something like that. This year it was like, 31-7, and we were barely like moving the ball down the field. Like anytime we'd get in the red zone, like you said, it just seemed like we just couldn't get anything going. But I just, we even have like our tight ends at our disposal, and we haven't even used them in 3 games. It feels like we haven't used, like, Yasmin's still out there, and you haven't really thrown the ball to him. And anytime you do throw the ball to him, it's, he's either double covered or triple covered. So it's like, yeah, I'm just I'm just so confused by that. I'm like, why don't we go back to our old usual selves of throwing the ball to our tight ends? Like, I don't get it. you know.
Yeah, for sure. No, just as well. It didn't seem like we could move the ball. Our offense just seemed very stagnant. So
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I think that a couple of good things that came from it though is you did see Glover get some more touches, got another touchdown. I thought he looked good, and I don't know, a lot of players out, but still, I mean, still got it done, almost scored 40 points. I also didn't know we had a 4-star freshman kicker, which was cool to see him nail that long field goal.
Oh,
Wait, who?
It's
Yeah,
a 4-star kicker. It's not the one from
Wow.
Colorado. He's a freshman. But he came in, and what was that, a 50-yard field goal he came in and hit his first attempt, or a 40? It was a long one for college.
It was like a 40 something. It was like in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yep, but
Yeah,
still,
wow.
cool to see, just because you know how bad the kicking game has been the last couple of years. Even with as good as our teams have been, we haven't really had that element. And a lot of times, like, we would get down in field goal range and end up going forward on 4th and coughing it up because we didn't have a good enough kicker to take a 30-yard field goal at times. So for me, it's just good to know that, for one, you have a starter, but you also have someone to back him up too, and somebody that's going to be, coming up that was a pretty good kicker. So that's nice to see. As dumb as a kicker sounds, it's important.
Does anybody know what happened to Cole Becker anyways? Because
I heard on the radio, it's like he was warming up, and it said like almost a hamstring something during warm-ups. So
oh, okay.
Yeah, like this was like a last second thing that just happened before kickoff. So
wow, jeez.
So I guess that's my analysis. We play Weber State. The best thing I can give you is a kicker. So there we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think our
But, yeah.
defense looked pretty great, but yeah. So, sorry, you're gonna say, Ben? What are you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just say defense look good. Offense, like another exciting part. It's not really important, but my face was on the jumbotron for 2 seconds. So
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
yeah, I was like,
Nice.
I just like it's like at my face. I was like, yeah, it's just like it was like 2 seconds. Like, yeah,
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a win. Beat Weaver. It's like, what else did we think? It's like, glad we beat Weaver, obviously. They definitely have, I think they have some talent on their team. But yeah, they're not, up to our level, obviously. But yeah, then going forward, I mean, we'll stick on Utah. What do you guys think about UCLA, Utah here?
Man,
another
I'm
good,
nervous, man.
another good
I'm
team.
nervous about it. Oh, you go ahead, Ben.
Oh, sorry, Stan. So yeah,
No.
I was gonna say another good team. Really going to start off in the patch play just like that, just playing another ranked team is just, and also having flashbacks because normally I don't do this, but I look back at last year's UCLA game and we missed so many tackles. We got boat raced in the second half. We gave up 42 points. And there's another good UCLA offense, even though they don't have Dorian Thompson Robinson and Zach Charbonnet anymore. They just find a way. They're going to look to score points, and it's just our defense has got to. I just hope our secondary is like on top of it because Dante Moore, really good freshman quarterback, likes to throw the deep ball. And just our secondary's got to be on point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say kind of the same thing. I think I mean I don't know. I'm just I'm pretty nervous for this game because I know our record speaks for itself as we have a really good home field advantage, but when we have that many starters out, it just makes me like it's just like come on, like we like I still am optimistic that Cam Rising might play, but there was a tweet that went out I think yesterday that said that they're going to decide tomorrow if he's going to play or not. And the medical staff is going to decide tomorrow if he's going to play versus UCLA, or he's going to sit another week or whatever it is. And then they're hoping to get some other players back on the defense and on the offense as well. But yeah. So
I think you're Brady.
A little nervous myself just because it's a first conference game. I think you always feel like that. And you never really know how good somebody is until the conference season starts. So I'm pretty confident being at home. I really wish this was a night game. But I'm still confident. Our record against UCLA at home has always been good, even before the Pac-12 days. So I'm thinking if Cam plays, we definitely get a win. If he doesn't, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be either real close or we might end up taking a loss here.
Yeah, I think Cam's that main factor for sure, and I think Cam might play actually. The more I've heard, the more it's like, yeah, Cam is looking to play, so I'm hoping he does. Granted, we still have our tight end, and we're still missing some starters, most likely. I mean, do you guys know what starters, like who we're missing? We're missing like two people from the offensive line. I know we got
I
one of
think
our defensive tackles back.
I think
But
we're
yeah,
still missing. We're missing Dele. I know that we're missing. I think our two other running backs, like Bernard, he's out for the year. And
that's
then
about it. That's all I
really, because I heard there was like 16 starters out or something like that.
Well, we got Pittman. Pittman didn't play last week.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
I mean,
he got blown up in Texas.
yeah. So I think, okay, yeah. I mean, that could be, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping, I'm hoping at least, what's his name? Junior Tafuna, did he play last week? Or the defensive tackle, Junior Tafuna?
Yeah, and Ben saying no.
Yeah, I didn't see like he was like in warm-ups. I saw him like in the pads and warm-ups, but I didn't when the defense took the field, I didn't see him on the field one time. He was in pads.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm hoping him and O'Toole come back, this week. So it'd be nice to get them back. But yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know for right now, it's what are we? 4.5 favorite.
Yeah, it was 6, and then it went down to 4.5. That's because it went from 6 down to 4.5. So the last time I checked, it was at 6, and then it was like, wow, now it's 4.5.
Got some money in there moving it. It sounds
Mhm.
like. I know that for injuries, guys, I don't know if I won't list them all off here, but Johnny Maea is one.
Yeah.
O'Toole
Oh,
was
okay.
mentioned. Travis Broughton, Junior
Mm.
Tafuna, and Vele, who was mentioned. Micah Pittman, you said. Cole Becker
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Munir McLean. Those are the injuries on the report.
Wow.
He was having a good game in the first half, and then I didn't see him play at all in the second half.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of injuries. Wow, that's frustrating too. I mean, like, yes, hopefully have the home field advantage, and like at the same time, like, who has UCLA really played? Like we played Florida, we played Baylor, we played decent teams. Weber was needed for sure just to do a lot of cleanup. But like, yeah, UCLA, they played Coastal Carolina, right? And then who they play last week?
Well, they played San Diego State
San
2
Diego
weeks
State.
ago. Because I watched San Diego State play Oregon State to kind of see how good they were. They played good.
Hmm. Yeah.
And San Diego State's usually always pretty good anyway. Like they're a decent team. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I know UCLA had that new freshman quarterback. So to be his real, I mean, I know they went to San Diego when they played, but this will be, I feel, more his official away game. So hopefully it's nice and loud. Yes, I do wish it was at night because I feel like Rice Close is a whole different place from
Yeah.
daytime to nighttime. Like, yes, it's still loud, but like when you have the lights on at night, it's that place gets rocking.
I'm also hoping it's at night. The next home game's at night because I also because I also just got a new job, and it's like they probably need me to work weekends, and it's like I have season tickets, so it's like okay, well, but yeah, yeah, it would be nice to get one of those 8 o'clock games or those 7:30 games or something like that.
Yeah, no, for
On
sure.
Saturday. So
I'm hoping the Oregon game's at night.
That better be. I think that'd be the
Oregon game.
blackout. That should be the blackout
That's
game.
possibly the blackout game. So
It better be. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Let's see. Yeah, because then UCLA this week. Then we play Oregon State at Oregon State. Hopefully, most of our people are recovered by then. Luckily, after that game, we have a bye, so that gives us some more time. Then we play Cal at home, so that should be good. Then USC on the road, and then Oregon at home.
yeah.
And then Arizona State, which is kind of like they don't look too good overall. I think they're getting better, but yeah, it's not like that great. And Washington at Washington, that'll be intense. At Arizona, then Colorado at home. Colorado game's probably gonna be cold, and hopefully we just bury Colorado. And by then,
I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like teams should get like each year they should get at least 2 bye weeks in their schedule. I know we have 1 bye week, but not every single team gets that. And I'm just saying, like, because of the injuries we do have, I just feel like it would help that just a little bit more to have that extra week to prepare, and get rested up and get healthy. So I mean, at least that's just me. It it'd be awesome to have another bye week, but yeah. But
Yeah, we had a bye week we had 2 bye weeks in 2019. I remember that. We had
yeah,
2, and that team,
yeah.
that team was good, and then we got 2 bye weeks that week, so that year.
I also heard word that Brant Keithy. I mean, I'm hoping this is not true, but I mean, my dad told me this the other day, and I was like, I don't know if that's true or not. But he's like, yeah, Brant Keithy might not even play this year, you know.
Really?
And yeah, I mean, because at least Kyle Whittingham said that in his press conference that he didn't say that, but he kind of emphasized, because of all the injuries and I mean, he's never had this many people injured on his team in all of his years of coaching before. So, but
Yeah. I mean, I hope he's good for the USC game. So we have till October 21st. So hopefully he plays at USC. That's
Yeah.
my hope. If he's not,
He's barely coming up on a year. I think he tore his ACL at Arizona State. I know because I was at the game and I was mad. I think it was like the 25th of last year. So he's technically like 2-3 months behind Cam right now. I know they're all
Mhm.
different, but he's been at least a year, which is what they say is good regardless of how bad the tear is.
yeah. Yeah.
But I heard the same thing as you, Stan. I saw that was in our group. I saw people kicking that rumor around in the comments that he may not come back and that they should just redshirt him and let him come back for one more year. But I don't think he's
Yeah.
about all that. Like, I think if he came back to play this year, like it was for this team, and I can't see that he would come back again if it wasn't for this good of a team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, and I also think he's an NFL player at the same time. Because he has a lot of tape. Like, even if he plays in some games this year, he still has a lot of tape scouts to look at from like the year from Tyler.
Yeah, I was looking at NFL draft, for next year for like their draft the rankings of what players are where. And it looks like right now, I mean, he hasn't played yet this year, but for Brant Keithy specifically, it seems like he'd be like a late 3rd round pick or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. At least that's what it said on the website it was on, like what the rankings of the players are. But yeah, I don't know.
no, we'll see. I mean, time will tell. I just hope. I mean, really, I just hope that everyone, obviously, we get healthy as quickly as possible. I still think we can hopefully beat UCLA because we're at home. I feel like we got some talent. Oregon State, we should be able to, as long as we can. I feel like Oregon State's got the best offensive line. If our defensive line can do something, I feel like we should hopefully beat Oregon State. I mean, hell, for Cal, as going back to the buys, it'd be nice to have that buy right before USC, besides right before Cal, but can't have everything. So, but yeah, get rested up, go beat Cal at home, and then if we can hopefully by USC, everyone's hopefully healthy. Like, that's my main thing, because at least from last year when we beat USC here, like that game really took a toll on all the players. Like, I mean, Risings didn't play the next game against Washington State. And
I mean, you could even see, I mean, him just going in for that 2-point conversion last year. Like, it just seemed like the awkwardness of him just turning it up into the end zone. Like, his knee just looked like it was like he just, and that didn't look good. I was like, oh, geez. But
yeah, I didn't really notice that at the time because I think like when the play happened, I think everyone was just too busy celebrating he got in. They didn't even see the knee. So
yeah. No, so I just know it seemed like a lot of injuries with USC last year. So hopefully everyone's, by the time we play them this year, hopefully everyone's recovered, ready to go, and then we go beat them. So we'll beat them at USC, then come back and beat Oregon. So so it'd be great. But no, I mean, I think we'll be okay. That's true. This UCLA game, I'm just happy that I don't have DTR, because DTR he just ran all over us. It seemed like last year. And the Rose Bowl
Yeah.
Stadium doesn't really seem to be our favorite place. So
Yeah, the only
It's,
time
uh,
the only time that stadium was nice to us, the nice to Utah, was when Joe Williams ran for like 1 billion yards against them in 2016. That was the only time I remember the Rose Bowl being nice to Utah, was that
yeah,
game. Well,
yeah. So I went to both Rose Bowls. Ohio State game was probably my favorite. Like that was one of the funnest football games.
was a
Even
heck
though we
of a game.
lost,
Yeah,
even though we
that
lost,
That was
was
an
a
awesome game.
that was such
that
a
was a
fun
great
game.
game. Even just being there in the stadium was just it was awesome to see, even though we lost by 3, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I was like, this is a great, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it's a great game.
it's a great football.
So,
Yeah, that was still probably one of my favorite games, even though we lost. Like this is a really fun football game to be at. Then
Yeah.
Penn State didn't. But like,
yeah.
it's just because Cam went down as well. And it's like, okay, once Cam went down,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
over.
ironic. It's
Like,
ironic
the
that it
Rose
happened
Bowl, right?
the Rose Bowl the second time. I'm like, what in the world? It's almost like it was planned out by the other team. I mean, no, it wasn't, but like, I mean, it's just like, yeah,
The raindrops started to fall and it happened right after.
Yeah.
That's
It's just
right.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I was at that game too. But we'll see. We'll get back there. We'll be in the playoffs this year, right? So there we go. Go play Texas.
yeah.
Well, anyway, moving on. So as far as week 4, do you guys have obviously Utah, UCLA? What are the games you guys looking at for this week that you're excited about?
Well, like you said, like let's see how good Colorado really is, because again, Colorado, Oregon. Me personally, I think it's a nonsense stadium. That's a hostile environment. Those Oregon fans will get in your head if you start playing bad. Yeah, because I didn't go there, but every time I remember last year when Cam, we just really struggled against them, and we throw them. So I can see the Oregon fans are starting to get in the Utah players' head, and they're getting ruckus and loud. Like if you do bad, it's gonna get loud, and they're not gonna be able to score or hear anything. It's just really one of those tough places to play.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm the biggest Ducks fan this week. I'll tell you that much. Just because it's like, okay, let's just. I don't know. I don't know if it's confidence or cockiness that Colorado's portraying, but like, I'd see it comes off more cockiness. I feel, but anyway, I just want to have them all stop talking about how,
Yeah,
when
I don't-
When Oregon wins, you can be like, oh, Oregon's the best team in college football. Like, it just seems
Yeah.
like Colorado is right now. Everyone's like, oh, Colorado's the best team ever, ever to play. It's like, oh my gosh. See the meme?
I'm really hoping that I don't know what it is, but I love Florida State this year. I mean, maybe I'm just a bandwagon this year for the Florida State team, but I I'm really hoping they go all the way this year. They're just I mean, just looking. I mean, first of all, I love their uniforms. I think their
I was gonna
uniforms are so
say,
cool.
yep.
They're nice.
They're so cool looking. I mean, their helmets are also cool looking, but especially their uniforms. Their uniforms are just nice looking, and I hope they beat Clemson, and I think that that should be a good game to watch. I mean, I don't know if Clemson's really the same Clemson they used to be those couple years where they had Trevor Lawrence, but Florida State, Jordan Travis, hope he wins. If no one else, I hope he wins Heisman.
Yeah.
So
It's at Clemson too, so yeah, it should be fun. It'll be a really good game.
yeah,
Let's see. Yeah, in Alabama, Alabama seemed to struggle with South Florida. That was interesting.
yeah.
It's like, whoa.
They seem to be struggling with a lot of teams this year. Like, I'm curious to see, and I'm gonna go. I'll already go out and say this, but I'm hoping Ole Miss beats Alabama. I'm hoping I'm right again. It just seems like the past few times I've picked against Alabama, like Texas beat Alabama, and then let's see, yeah, Texas, yeah. And when I picked against Alabama, but so
That's true. I mean, they got Dart, who's great. I like Dart. He played at Corner Canyon. And I think Ole Miss definitely has a chance. I mean, they scored like, I forget who they played, but put 73 points up on whoever that was. And I'm like, yeah, Dart's a heck of a quarterback. And it
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
Alabama's trying to figure out who their quarterback is, really. Like,
Yeah, didn't he go? He went to USC out of Corner King. He was at USC one year, and then he left because I think he wasn't going to beat out Caleb Williams for the starting job. Yeah, I think that's why he left.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Oh, that's a
Um,
good one. I forgot
yeah.
about that one.
I think that I think Notre Dame is as overrated as ever, but we'll see. Sometimes they show up for these games, and I think they make it a close game. We'll see what Ohio State's got. And my second favorite team this week is Kansas playing BYU.
Nice.
Kansas. I was surprised they beat Arkansas. I was
I
like,
would.
Yeah.
what?
One of my
What?
buddies bet $600 on that game. I'm like, why would you bet $600 for Arkansas to beat BYU? He's like, oh, I don't know, I just don't like BYU. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't mean you got to bet all your whole paycheck on on the Cougars to lose.
Goodness.
I said it right on our call. I said I couldn't get to the app fast enough to make the bet, and I did, and I lost. So luckily, it was part of a much larger bet, and that wasn't the only reason I lost. But oh my goodness, watching that, I could not believe what I was watching.
Yeah.
It's because like they struggled against Sam Houston, and then they did okay against SUU, and it's like, okay, and then yeah, and they beat Arkansas. I was just like, how are you guys beating Arkansas? Like, I was so surprised. It's like, really?
Yeah.
I was going for Arkansas, like kind of in a sense, but they are SEC, so it's like, I don't know. Granted, I don't like BYU, but it's like, but I also don't like the SEC because the SEC they have done terrible right now. It's nice. It's like Alabama's lost, Florida's lost, Arkansas just lost. It's like, how powerful is the SEC? Come on now.
Yeah.
Like I get a feeling that the team that wins the Natty this year is probably not going to be from the SEC. The only team that could probably win it from the SEC is Georgia.
Yeah.
That's the only team that's possible that could win it all.
I didn't even know that they're as strong as they were either. Like I think with them and Bama being down, and LSU is ranked so high, and I don't agree with their ranking either. Like I agree. I think it's gonna be somewhere else.
I think the SEC is just having a down year this year. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's almost like all the players that were in the SEC kind of left the SEC and they went all over the place. Now it's the Pac-12. Last year, the Pac-12, and all these players, they went to go to USC, they went to Oregon, they went to Oregon State, or like DJ Ugalele, even though he was in the ACC at Clemson, he left and went to Oregon State, and it just seems like the Pac-12 this year is probably the deepest conference it's ever been.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, we have quarterbacks. Like, I mean, I'll say it. Sanders on Colorado, he's a heck of a quarterback. I'll give him that. That's for sure. Caleb Williams looks amazing still. And Penix is throwing for like so many yards. Rising's hopefully he gets going. Hopefully we get him on. And then Bo Nix, I think I really do. And I hope
I love Bo Nix.
I hope Bo Nix
Nix
just
is awesome.
destroys Colorado. I hope Bo Nix just goes off and we're just like, Bo Nix is a Heisman. Like I just want to see Oregon just bury Colorado and just have Bo Nix just score like 73 points on them and just like dominate. And everyone's just like, yep, Bo Nix for Heisman. Like, it's because I think he needs I want them all to stay healthy, obviously, just because it's like, yeah, when we beat USC, it's like, yeah, we beat you full capacity. We beat Oregon, it's like we beat you full capacity. And it's like, yeah, it would go NFL,
I also just heard on a tweet that one of our players, Leonard Barton, I heard that he might play. They might put. Well, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. But I heard from Josh Furlong that they might put him playing both ways. They might put him at like tight end or something. Or
I think that on Kyle Whittingham coach's show last night, he's like he's big enough like he could possibly play tight end, but right now his linebacker I think he just said he's big enough to play a tight end. I'm not sure if that's true
Yeah.
or not. I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
We're under a minute,
Yeah.
so this might cut out.
Oh.
Just letting y'all know. We're all under a minute.
All right.
So I'll send you another link. Or keep on going. But yeah, no, yeah. I'm going for Bo Nix though for right now. That's for sure. I don't know with
Yeah.
the Barton playing both ways. That's interesting. A little scary too, because he's a heck of a player. We need him on defense though. Desperately need him on defense. So
Be an
But, yeah.
awesome story from a great Utah family, though. Holy cow!
Oh yeah.
so anyway,